She whispered. He followed us, and the entire Hell's Angels crew froze like statues. What they discovered next changed every biker's life forever. Rain had a strange way of slowing down the world. It softened the noise, stretched the shadows, and carried whispers farther than they should go. That night, outside Dust Devil's bar, the Hell's Angels were polishing their bikes, planning the route for their next charity ride. The moon hung low, half hidden behind clouds, glowing like a watchful guardian. Reaper, the towering biker with the black beard and eyes sharp as broken glass, stood beside his Harley, checking his chain. He wasn't expecting anything unusual tonight, just a calm evening with the brothers and a long ride ahead. But then, the air shifted. It wasn't the rain. It wasn't the thunder growling far out in the desert. It was something else. Something wrong. Reaper looked up. Across the empty puddle-slick road, a small silhouette was approaching slow, halting the wheels of a wheelchair, squeaking softly with every push. A little girl, no older than 9. Her hair soaked from the rain, her hands trembling on the wheels, her breathing shaky like every inhale hurt. Behind her, pushing lightly, was her mother, eyes wide, frantic, scanning the street like they were running from a nightmare. The bikers all turned. Havoc, the tall red-bearded rider, whispered, "Who brings a kid out here at this hour?" But something about the little girl made all of them take a step forward, slow, quiet, respectful. Her wheelchair rolled closer. Her mother tried to speak, but her voice broke. And the little girl, she lifted her head, her eyes huge and terrified, and she pointed trembling fingers behind her, toward the darkness. "He followed us." Her voice cracked like thin glass. And every single Hell's Angel stopped breathing. Reaper bent down on one knee, meeting her fragile gaze. "Who followed you, sweetheart?" The girl swallowed hard. Her lips shook. Her mother clutched her shoulders tightly. "That man," her voice came out as a whisper soaked in fear. "He said he was going to take me." A silence heavier than thunder rolled through the street. Behind the bar, a neon sign flickered like a heartbeat. Reaper stood up slowly, his eyes turning feral. "Brothers," he growled, "we've got a predator." The Angels straightened, their boots shifting on wet pavement. Tattoos glistened under the streetlights, leather jackets soaked with rain, breaths fogging in the cold. The girl's mother tried to steady herself. "He was waiting outside our building, following us street to street. I thought we lost him until Emily saw him again. She said he kept smiling at her." Emily's little voice cut in again. "He said he picks the quiet ones. He said people don't notice when small girls go missing." A tremor cut through every biker. Reaper's jaw clenched. Predators were their line in the sand. A line that, once crossed, unleashed a storm no one survived. "Where is he now?" Reaper asked. Emily lifted her hand and pointed toward the dark alley beside the bar. Her eyes filled with tears. "He's there." The bikers turned as one like wolves, scenting their prey. There, half hidden in shadows, stood a man, black jacket, hood up, face partially turned away. Reaper stepped forward, the rest of the Angels following behind like a tidal wave of leather, steel, and fury. They moved slowly, purposefully using silence as a weapon. The rain pattered harder, running down the chrome of their Harleys like tears. "Hey," Havoc barked, "show your face." The man didn't move. Reaper spoke again, voice deep and heavy like rolling thunder. "You picked the wrong child. Step out." But something wasn't right. Predators usually ran. This one stood still. Then, almost mockingly, the man tilted his head and smiled. Everything inside Reaper turned to fire. "Brothers," he murmured, "we take this slow." He stepped closer, but suddenly, Emily screamed from behind them. "Reaper, don't go. He has a knife." Reaper reacted instantly, throwing his arm out to stop Havoc from lunging forward. The hooded man laughed quietly, a hollow, empty sound that didn't belong in the real world. "You should have minded your business," he said. Then he took one step forward, and from the inside of his jacket, a long, silver blade flashed under the streetlight. Emily started crying, gripping the wheels of her chair so tightly her knuckles turned white. Her mother fell to her knees behind her, sobbing into her hands. Reaper's voice turned cold. "You threaten one of ours," he growled. "You threaten all of us." The Angels spread out, circle tightening around the man, but the hooded man didn't run. Instead, he looked at Emily directly, obsessively. "I told you," he said quietly. "He can't escape." Reaper moved so fast, he blurred. The man swung the knife. Reaper dodged, grabbed his wrist with a force that cracked bone. The man screamed, but in the struggle, the knife slashed across Reaper's arm, drawing a line of blood. The angels erupted forward, fury igniting in their veins. No one touches kids. No one harms family. No one walks away from this. It took 6 bikers to pin the man to the ground. Even then, he writhed and spat, laughing like he was proud of the chaos he caused. Reaper stood above him, clutching his bleeding arm, eyes black with rage. "You're done," he said. "You don't breathe another breath near any child again." Emily watched, trembling, tears mixing with rain. Reaper knelt beside her again. "You're safe now," he said softly. "No one will ever hurt you. You've got the angels on your side." The girl's mother sobbed, gripping Reaper's vest. "Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what we would have done." Reaper placed a gentle hand on Emily's shoulder. The terrifying biker, the man whose name sent chills down criminals' spines, smiled gently at the little girl. "We don't let monsters touch kids," he said. "Not on our streets. Not on any street." Emily looked at him through wet lashes. "Reaper, will you stay with us until we get home?" Her voice was tiny, fragile, trusting. "Sweetheart," Reaper whispered, "I'll stay as long as you want." The angels formed a protective escort, surrounding the girl's wheelchair and her mother as they rolled toward their home. Engines rumbled at a low growl, warning anyone foolish enough to try something again. Rain poured harder, but inside that storm, there was warmth, a different kind of family, a different kind of protection, a brotherhood built not from blood, but from honor. When they reached the apartment building, Emily tugged Reaper's vest. "Do you think I'm brave? I was really scared." Reaper crouched down again, eyes soft. "Emily," he said gently, "you're the bravest kid I've ever met. You asked for help. You protected your mom. You spoke up even when your voice was shaking. That's real courage. That's an angel's heart." Her smile, small but glowing, broke the darkness of the entire night. Reaper lifted 2 fingers in a biker salute. "From today forward," he said, "you're under our wings." Emily laughed light, innocent, unbroken now. Behind them, the angels cheered softly. Something rare happened that night. A new bond was forged, a new family created, a promise made and sealed in rain. Predators fear the dark, but monsters fear the Hell's Angels, because when children cry, when innocence trembles, when danger stalks the weak, the angels don't just ride, they rise, they protect, they become storms. And that night, because of one little girl in a wheelchair, a storm saved a life, a storm ended a threat, a storm reminded the world the Hell's Angels don't just wear wings, they earn them. If you enjoyed this emotional biker story, make sure to subscribe to Bikers Hype, like the video, and share it with your friends. If you love the Hell's Angels, prove it by sharing this video and helping us reach our 1,000 subscribers target. Your support keeps these powerful stories alive.